Welcome to the Friends of NPACE podcast, brought to you by Haleon. As a leading global consumer healthcare company, Haleon is dedicated to delivering better everyday health with humanity. Known for trusted brands like Advil, Excedrin, and Voltaren, Haleon leverages science, innovation, and human understanding. Haleon is proud to collaborate with NPACE to educate healthcare professionals about our pain portfolio and the latest healthcare information. For more information, visit www.haleonhealthpartners.com.
Welcome, everybody, to the Friends of NPACE podcast. I'm here with my COO, Josh Blackhead, and we are thrilled to be here today because we're going to wrap up 2025 and do a little bit of a teaser on what's coming in 2026.
Yeah, super excited to get everyone in the know about what we have coming up the rest of this year. Some amazing events that folks can take advantage of both in person and virtually. And then we have a great announcement on 2026. We're going to disclose all the dates, locations for in person and virtual events. So stick around, you're going to want to hear all about that. But we're going to start with Phoenix, Terry, which is what's coming up first.
So I love this location. It's September, so it'll still be warm, but it's going to be beautiful. So if you're looking for a fall conference, this property is absolutely amazing. It is tranquil. It backs up to the Gila River Tribe. It's got a great water slide and pool, great workout room, trails to hike. This place is just serenity, and there's just so much Native American history there, indigenous population history, and really just a beautiful place.
Yeah, I'm somebody who loves the history and loves that sort of vibe that you get at that venue, and lots of walking trails and
Yes.
the opportunity to sort of immerse yourself in what feels like a retreat-like setting. Only 20 minutes from the Phoenix airport, though, so not like you're having to take an hour ride out of the city to get there. So many artifacts that they have, the way that the venue is designed is in spirit. Exactly. And we have a ceremonial kickoff with the Gila River Tribe.
Which will be so cool, and they have like horses, they have horse experience there, just really to immerse yourself. They do evening tastings and talk about there's paintings at the top of the hotel, and there's this huge rock just in the middle of the hotel, and every evening it's free. You can go in and get do your little wine or beer tasting, and they'll talk about the property, which is very cool.
Nothing better. And I think they have 3 or 4 on-site restaurants, and so you really, once you're at the property, if you don't want to leave, you don't have to. But as we mentioned, only 15, 20 minutes from Phoenix and all the attractions that are offered with that area. So fantastic location for us.
Yeah, and the casino is close, and they have all kinds of nightlife. They have a comedy club. You can do stuff there, and outlet shopping.
Ooh, nothing better than
Outlet shopping. Yeah, and they have a shuttle that runs over there from the hotel, so you don't even have to rent a car for this one. You're pretty self-sustained. But the most exciting thing is this is our biggest conference of the year, acute care track.
Yep.
And primary care track, and we have 2 pharmacology days, which everybody can take part in. Super Pass. That means you have access to all the rides. All the rides. You don't even have to be tall enough. You could just go to whatever you want.
Keep your hands and legs inside the
No,
door.
we do not. We do not. So that's going to be good. I love the education portion of this. Some things that are going to be there that I am super excited about. Dr. Patsy Sulak is going to kick us off. If anybody knows Patsy Sulak, go look her up. She is energizing. She's phenomenal. She's going to do our keynote. Her husband, Dr. Waxman, is going to talk to us about vitamin mineral supplementation, which everyone always has questions about. Patients ask me about all the time. Tremor assessment. Dr. Amy Bruno is going to be with us. Tremors are so difficult to work up. So she's going to talk about that, and she's going to follow up on the Haleon grant on migraine. So she did a podcast with us that was great, groundwork for that, but then we'll do migraines there. There's just going to be some great stuff. The acute care track, we're going to do Impella certification. So anyone that deals with Impella pumps, we're going to talk about leadless pacemakers. We're going to talk about organ donation with patients. Teresa Malik Searle is going to be with us and do opioids. So if you need that for your state licensure, there's going to be an opioid class, and she's going to do a cannabis class. I mean, it's amazing. We
Yeah.
have some fantastic product theaters here.
The agenda really is unbelievably robust, and that, as you mentioned, that super pass gets you access to all the content that's going on. So if you want to go to an acute care session and then come back and go to a primary care session, you can flip and choose between what you may want to do throughout the course of each day. And anything you miss, you have that 90 days of access post-event to go back and go ahead and tune into the program. So I think it's 30 plus CE credits. We have producer Ryan here in the background. He'll verify that for us. But 30 plus, I'm getting the head nod, yes, 30 plus CE credits that you can earn.
CME.
CE and CME, I think that's a very important thing to point out. Through AAPA, we are accredited for physician associates to earn credit with us, so fantastic. As you mentioned, some great sponsors out with us. We have Wilby here, who's here to be the guard dog and make sure that nobody's coming to Phoenix that we don't want there. Gotta make sure. It's okay. This is the best part of the podcast. You never know what could happen. Wilby's here. We had the dogs running the office the other day. Back to the sponsors though. So Novo Nordisk is with us talking about evidence on obesity and CV risk. They're going to talk about their portfolio of products, Wegovy, Rybelsus, and Ozempic, and how each of those are helping folks. We have PCEC with us, who's going to talk about diabetes as well and what's around the corner. CGM pumps, the latest and greatest there. As you mentioned, we're really fortunate to have Haleon supporting this session. Neurocrine is going to be with us talking about movement disorders, tardive dyskinesia, and the resources that they have going on from that perspective, hypercortialism. So we have a lot of things going on. AstraZeneca has a few programs on there.
That asthma update is really good.
Respiratory products. So really, really excited for all the sponsors that are going to be with us.
I forgot one of my most favorite things.
Tell us.
So Lindy Adams, if any of you have been with us on our West Coast event, Lindy Adams does yoga with us. She does stretch breaks during the day. She's going to do some yoga nidra meditation, but she has the ability to do one-on-one sessions, which I've done with her before. I did a one-on-one yoga nidra. Actually, my sister was with me. Phenomenal. She also does Reiki. So I've already signed up. So if you go to npace.org and you're coming to Phoenix and you want some one-on-one time with Lindy, you can fill that out and she'll get with you there as well.
She's one of the best people when we get to have her join us at a conference. She like resets the entire tone of the day. She gets everybody relaxed to get into the afternoon sessions, and so Lindy's fantastic, and that's awesome that she's doing some more personalized opportunities for folks. So check that out.
She works specifically with healthcare providers and with patients who've had trauma or addiction. She's spoken for us before. She's great.
Yeah, she's wonderful. So Lindy will be with us. We have a Sip and Schmooze event taking place on Tuesday, September 23rd at the end of the day. So we welcome all attendees, exhibitors, and sponsors to join us and get to network with one another, have a drink, enjoy the sunset over the mountains. It's a picturesque sort of setting for that, and those opportunities are always great because I think you meet some new people, understand what others are going through in their professional practice, and you never know what sort of connections and opportunities you may get out of those. So our staff will be there, and we'll be hosting and looking forward to that. That is Tuesday the 23rd. I believe around 5-6 o'clock in the evening.
Sip and Schmooze.
Sip and Schmooze.
Best time.
Indeed.
It doesn't cost anything, so anyone that's there should join us for that, and it is lovely.
Yep, looking forward to that. One other thing I want to mention for Phoenix, and that I'm really excited about, is we've started to work with some folks that are really prominent on social media, and they. Yes, were with us in Boston last year when we did our acute care conference. And so we have Michelle Liu, she's the NP mom, and she has a fantastic following. We have June Myung, who is NP brain health on that, and she's talking all things related to the brain. And then we also have two NPs in a pod, and they're actually presenting on aesthetics at this meeting.
They're going to do an hour on the basics of starting an aesthetics practice.
So really excited. And the reason we bring all these folks up is that if you go onto Instagram and you follow each of their accounts and you do just a little bit of searching to find their posts about NPACE, and we featured them on our page as well, each of them have a 20% off discount code. Any registration option it can be used for. Yep. So 20% off NP Mom on Instagram, NP June, and then two NPs in a pod. So go ahead, check those out. Make sure you give them all a follow, and they'll be with us there. They're excited to meet you.
They're fantastic. Michelle's just so great. Another thing too, with their discount, you can combine it. So the other discount we have is a hotel block discount.
Yes.
Go in and book your hotel first if you're staying 3 nights or more. And yes, we do check. You put your reservation number or your confirmation number in when you register, and how much do they get off for the full conference?
I believe you get $150 off your registration. So you can stack that discount with the 20% off that the influencers are offering. So I mean, between that, you're going to save $300 to $400 on your registration fees.
Yes. And we feed you. This is one of the best places for food. Phenomenal. There will be plenty of hot tea and coffee and a shout out to our production crew, CCI, which is based in Boston, but they'll be joining us there. So it's just going to be a great event.
Great event.
This is the event I would go to.
Yeah,
I pick one.
I think when folks ask, what I always get the question from our sponsors, which event should I come to? Yeah. And it's like, well, they're all fantastic. I don't want to single one out over the other, but in terms of the most robust sort of content offerings that we're going to have, and a venue that really, as we mentioned, you don't have to leave once you're there. This is that place when it comes to our events in 2025. But we can't hype it up too much because we do have another event that we have to talk about.
But just one thing, because Ryan's here in the room with us and he has other obligations, but they make the best burger at their bar. Sorry, Ryan loves burgers and he's gonna miss that.
Well, I'll do an official burger review for Ryan and get back and make sure
We should start a burger review everywhere we go.
Ryan could. I mean, he probably has a list of 20 plus places.
Ryan, this is the new thing you should do, is do the burger review for each location.
Starting in Orlando. Let's shift gears a little bit.
Oh.
Ryan will be with us in Orlando. Yeah. This is our other in-person event that's taking place in 2025. This is November 2nd through the 5th. This is at the Hilton Bonnet Creek in the sort of Disney area of Orlando. It is an official Disney hotel, which is awesome.
Yes.
Very close to Disney Springs, which we'll talk about in just a second. But we have discounts to Disney. We have discounts to Universal, I believe. This is also occurring at your favorite time of year, Terry.
Yes, let's talk a bit about that. The weekend before November 2nd is my favorite holiday and the greatest holiday of all times, all year long, Halloween.
Halloween time.
I'm going early because I'm going to go there.
And they have, correct me if I'm wrong, but you've been hyping up Halloween Horror Nights and this entire production that they have going on.
I don't know if they're sold out. You better check for tickets. Our discount won't work for Horror Nights, but you can go for Horror Nights. I don't like to be chased with a chainsaw, so I would go to Disney where the little kids are in their costumes and trick or treat if it were me on the Friday before.
There you go. I think that's a really important thing to note, is that this is a really family-friendly event.
It is.
We'd love for folks to come, and the hotel has multiple pools. As we said, really, they have shuttles to the different Disney parks directly from the hotel. So once you're there, you access all those sorts of things. It's great. Disney Springs is an amazing area with shops and I think 25, 30 plus restaurants there. I had one of the best meals I think I've ever had on the road. It's Art Smith's home style kitchen. I forget the exact name of it, but if you like Southern style food.
Oh, it's comfort food.
Oh, incredible.
Okay.
Some of the best. We also would be remiss if we didn't mention
favorite restaurant.
One of our favorite restaurants on the road is
12 years old.
Is Uncle Julio's. This is on International Drive, and there's a whole sort of theme, not Disney theme park, almost more carnival style rides. But Uncle Julio's has the chocolate pinata dessert, which may be the most impressive dessert of all time.
It is. Take your friends and go. But anytime you get to use a stick and bash open your dessert, it's not awful. And it's made out of chocolate. The pinata is made out of dark.
It's amazing. It tastes delicious. So,
yeah, Uncle Julio's. I mean, they have great margaritas and tableside guac.
They got it all.
They should sponsor this. They're not.
we're hyping up Uncle Julio's big time. So we will. We'll clip this for them and make sure they know how much we love it. Hey, maybe we'll get a discount for folks that go over there.
There you go. We do have discount tickets though still at Universal and at Disney, but you have to go to npace.org and click open the Orlando.
Yep. So check things out on the npace.org website to be able to get over to everything there in terms of what's happening in the local area. I think folks are obviously familiar with Orlando and everything that it has to offer. So really excited to be there. But let's dive into the conference itself. We got 2 days of primary care. We got 2 days of pharmacology. So lots of fantastic things going on from that standpoint. And perhaps even better is that we have our partners at APEA joining us for this event as well. So let's dive into that. I'm going to navigate our computer over here to do that, Terry, and you set the table.
Yeah, I want to talk a little bit about APEA and how important they are to us. So we've partnered with them for a long time, and APEA does virtual and live certification review for students or recent graduates to help them. So there'll be family nurse practitioner and the adult gero at this site for 2 days. They'll be the last 2 days, so you can come for pharmacology, and we're going to actually talk about a specific discount we have for students there. But I love that they're going to be in our space. We want to invite you in. If you're a student or a new grad, come to this event, see APEA. They have an exclusive discount. They don't give discounts to their events. So if you're going to join APEA there, their discount for $20 off the review is POD20, POD 20, POD20 will get you $20 off for those second 2 days, but you're still going to eat breakfast with us and lunch and have coffee. You can still do the exhibit hall on day one. They get 30 plus CE hours too, just CE within, not CE and CME, but it's certification review, and they're one of the best in the business. Kathy Baldridge, who did a podcast with us, who speaks for us sometimes, is a phenomenal teacher and human, and she's going to be there. So shout out to APEA and the students. We want you to come, but we also want the preceptors and faculty. Do you want to talk about the schedule first, and then we'll get
I think we're super excited. We have a few things specific that folks in Florida need for their certification. So Sharita Irnwine will be with us, and I believe she's talking on human trafficking, which is obviously a very important topic to talk about, and folks in Florida need that topic for their recertification. We have the fantastic Wendy Wright who will be with us. She's doing a few different pharmacology sessions, and so she also will be working with some of our partners to talk about respiratory issues and things going on in that regard. So really excited to have her with us. We also have Deborah Adele, and Kathy is double dipping, as you mentioned, doing APEA and NPACE programs. Kim Zuber, who does orthopedics, will be with us, so we're going to talk some things there. And really excited to have Patricia Delgado with us. She's a local MP to Florida, talking all things dermatology.
She's amazing. And the derm, if you struggle with dermatology, this is the place. So yes, we'll do 2 hours of human trafficking, which should cover your Florida licensing or relicensing. Wendy's always great. Deborah Adele is just amazing. She's endocrine, women's hormones, diabetes, thyroid. You're not going to get a better talk than hers. We are going to talk infectious disease. Wendy's talking on respiratory infections here. And she's talking on post-herpetic neuralgia, which I think a lot of patients struggle with, and we struggle with how long they'll be treated, etc. So that and IBS, irritable bowel, non-inflammatory. We did that with Dr. Buck this year. Check out the podcast, but irritable bowel syndrome. So fantastic lineup here. The dermatology is going to be so
awesome things going on. Our partners with us, very similar to who we're going to have with us in Arizona. So you're not going to miss out. You can come to either event. But we also have some of our CE partners that will be with us at this event. And so MLI Education is going to be talking about insomnia and obstructive sleep apnea.
Okay.
We have Med Learning Group who's going to be with us talking about breast cancer. And latest treatment options there. And then we also have Medscape who's going to be with us, and they're talking about acromegaly. Yes, and so they have a fantastic grant funded program from our friends at Frenetics that they're generously presenting at this venue. So excited to have all of our CE partners. PCEC will be there as well with some diabetes topics, and so really excited, really robust schedule here. I'm going to pull up our exhibit list and get folks a little bit more info on who's going to be with us from that standpoint.
It's a great one. The one thing I would say too is part of the vision for Orlando this year, and yes, it's a great time of year. It's the first week of November. It's right after Halloween. The parks are going to probably take down Halloween decorations and put up Christmas and Thanksgiving the week we're there. So either weekend is fantastic, but we really want to give back to preceptors and faculty as well as students. So preceptors, we see you. You are the backbone of APP education. When you take an APP student, PA, NP, whoever, you're helping in their education. So students do get live and on-ground education regardless of the program. Faculty, we see you also, but we have a special discount. So faculty and preceptors, this is the conference for you. You're going to get lots of farm hours. You're going to get Florida state requirements. We will throw in the HIV course there too. We have a lot of grant funding on demand that we'll put in this package, but $300 off the 4-day conference for preceptors and faculty. That code is faculty 300. 300 is numbers, not written out, so faculty 300. And students can join us for 2 days of farm. So preceptor, bring your student, you come. They should do live review the last 2 days with APEA. We gave you the discount for that. But they can come and get pharmacology credit and hours, and who doesn't need that? Updated pharmacology, and their student discount for the 2 days of farm is student 150. Again, those are stackable. If you're staying in the hotel block here at our hotel, which we have a fantastic rate, right there, close to Disney Springs, lazy river pool, all the things, bring the kids. We have, if you stay over 3 nights and you come for the 4-day conference, $150 off. So faculty and preceptors, this is for you specifically. Thank you for what you do. And we just want to give back a little bit. We feel like November is a time that maybe you could come and get away a little bit or take a week off and bring your students. If you're going to bring a whole group of students, reach out to us. We'll give you a bigger discount. Just email us at npace@npace.org if you're bringing more than 5 students with you. But we would love to see, we really want to give back, but we want the students to be in our space too. We feel like we're laying the groundwork for a long career of connecting and going to conferences, and that starts when you help them do that.
Undoubtedly, I think that's been a big goal of NPACE is for folks to know about us when they enter into their nurse practitioner career journey. And APEA is that first step as a student where you're getting ready to take your boards and become certified, become an advanced practice provider. And then obviously once you are certified, you're then in that cycle, depending on where you're accredited by and which state you live in, to needing your credits, which is obviously where NPACE comes into play here. So super excited and looking forward to having our friends at APEA with us. They've been great partners of NPACE for going on almost a decade now. So that will be awesome. Pulled up our exhibit list. We have some fantastic folks here. So if you're in Florida, the Florida Association of Nurse Practitioners will be there. So they have more details on what they have going on. Some student resources with Clinical Match Me and APEA will also have a booth. We have our friends at Duet who will be with us. So if you're a nurse practitioner that's looking to start your own business, they have some fantastic resources there. And then a personal favorite of mine is L'Athene Skincare. And so these are 2 nurses. Their name is Lil and Nan. And they haven't exhibited with us since pre-COVID. They've had a lot of things going on that have prevented them from being able, but they're coming back. If you've been to an NPACE conference pre-COVID, they were with us at several locations. And what I remember most is they have this massive horseshoe of people around their booth, checking out all their products and what they have going on in that space. And both of them are nurses and nurse practitioners as well. So they walk in the same shoes and really understand some of the dermatology things that folks need.
I like our Hidao people will be there.
Hidao.
Go sit in there.
Hidao will take good care of you. They have all the Theraguns, all the TENS units and massage devices that are available. So really great exhibit hall that's taking place in Orlando, and that's coming up November 2nd through the 5th. Go ahead, make sure that you're registered, use those discounts that we talked about, and we look forward to seeing you there. It's going to be a great event.
Can we have December, so at this point in time, when we're recording this, we have 4 more because we have 2 virtual. The December will be great. I want to get to that, but can we circle back a little bit to our physician assistant, associate, family members, brothers and sisters that we just started pulling in this year? Each of these events will have CME. We're applying with AAPA. We really believe that all APPs are kind of in the same spot. We need the same billing and coding. We need the same continuing education. We need the same connection. And so for all of you who know a physician's assistant out there who hasn't been yet to an NPACE conference, it's time. And we have that. We have CME. We will have it in our on-demand moving forward in 2026, but I really want to invite them to join us, especially if you're in Florida and you're looking for a conference. It's just a few hours away. You don't have to book a plane ride. This is it.
Undoubtedly, we're really excited for physician assistants, associates to be able to join us. I think one thing that we'll talk about in 2026 as well as some exciting updates that speak to the fact that we now have PAs that are able to join us at events. But before we do that, let's briefly touch on our December webinar, which is taking place Wednesday, December 10th. So this is a full day of partner programming. We're, as I mentioned with Orlando, we're very, very fortunate to have support from several medical education companies. And so this schedule is still being hashed out a little bit, but we do have a product theater taking place with Novo Nordisk at this event. Okay. And we're going to have Medscape with us at this one as well. Also, some of the grant-funded education that we have with Haleon will be available as an on-demand opportunity, and some of the other podcasts that have continuing education credit will be a part of our schedule for this event. So still in the stages of all coming together, but that's December 10th. It's at a $100 rate. You're going to have probably double-digit credits to be able to earn. So a very affordable opportunity there. And as always, I think one of the things that people ask us is, do you live stream? Unfortunately, no, we don't live stream the events, but we record every single thing that happens. And we make it available and virtual as well.
No, we do record them so you have access to it.
Right, exactly.
Live stream the virtual, so you can ask questions in real time.
The virtuals are live streamed. Those are sessions that are happening in real time. But I think where we're getting to is that everything's recorded and made available for the 90 days of access post events. So if you miss anything, or perhaps you sneak off to Disney World in the afternoon one day.
Lazy River, the pool in Orlando has a lazy river.
So lots of opportunities to enjoy. And I think that's a big theme of NPACE events as well, is to refill your cup, rest, recharge, and rejuvenate, and get an opportunity to enjoy the area that we're in. And we know that what providers are doing their everyday practice, it's a lot, there's pressure, there's a lot of things that are on you day in and day out. And so hopefully coming to an NPACE conference allows you to enrich your learning and learn some new things, but also really connect and unwind. So
I would say too, because we're in the current needs assessment, if you want to give your opinion on how things should go or what you need or why not you're not coming to in-person events, or what you need in CE beyond the PDF $15, and the dog is snoring. So sorry, I'm so distracted by that. Take the needs assessment. You can find it in one of our blog posts at www.npace.org. But I looked at the results. so far. And things people tell us that we do that you don't know that we do at events. One, there's always Wi-Fi in the space. Always Wi-Fi in the space. We're not going to charge you for that. Two, we feed you. It's really important to people when they're going to conference, you don't have to leave and go find some place for an hour. Not box lunches.
No.
They are beautiful buffets, fantastic breakfast, fantastic lunch. It is not going to be a granola bar and a cold cup of coffee. It's actually gonna be.
No, I think that's you got to shout out Catherine on the
Catherine
planning
Ocasio.
who does an unbelievable job of planning and coordinating all the menus at each of our events. You tell people this. You will not go hungry, and you will be as caffeinated as you need to be to get through the days at NPACE conferences.
The clinician's dream
Indeed,
thing.
indeed.
Time for lunch and plenty of caffeine.
So what we're going to do now is preview and announce our 2026 dates and locations. I know we're in true New England fashion. We're caffeinated with the Dunks for sure.
It was not.
No, Duncan, if you want to sponsor though, you're welcome to. Okay. So 2026, this is our schedule. I think a few things before we announce. So we're in the works of finalizing some things on our end from a technical standpoint. Also, we have a really exciting venture that, as we talked about, PAs are now a part of the audience that we're looking to attract. So you're going to see a shift in the NPACE logo that's coming on our website.
The logo?
We're going to let's tease it and some things that are going on. So September 15th, Monday, September 15th is our target date to launch registration for next year. So all of those changes are going to take place. Everything's still npace.org.
We're still NPACE.
Everything's still NPACE, but I'm going to see a slight logo change on our website. And if you've read carefully on our website, we're now speaking to all advanced practice providers, so NPs and PAs, CE and CME, not just for nurse practitioners, but anybody who's looking to attend is welcome to. This also applies to the Learning Center as well.
Yes.
And lots of content that's going to be available there that has CME available. And if you go to learn.npace.org, one of the first boxes that you see there is CME credit. So anything that we have that's CME accredited, you can find there over 150 courses, several bundles. I think if you follow our social media, you'll see that we have some discounts going on throughout the course of the fall to take advantage of. So make sure you're following us there.
I get so excited about this. I mean, the CME is permanent. Why did we do this? The reason we did this is because the majority of primary care clinicians in the US are all APPs. They're PAs and NPs. And they are in the same boat. We are all working toward the same goal. It's time to be inclusive, and I'm grateful for our PA brothers and sisters. They teach us so much. We have PAs on the advising committee now. We have PAs speaking with us, but we are still the same NPAs. And just grateful for the nurse practitioners that helped us get here.
Absolutely. So it's a fantastic thing. And as we head into 2026, everything will have CE and CME credit. Without further ado, let's announce the 2026 schedule and where we're going to be headed. Okay, starting things off, one of my favorite cities in the United States to be able to go to. This is Nashville, Tennessee. So we're going to be there February 23rd through the 25th. So it starts to get nice and warm in Nashville during that time. We're at the Sheraton Grand downtown, so walking distance to all the things you want to be walking distance to. We're not going to go too far in depth because we have a part 2 of this episode that
it's coming. Yes.
Catherine and our education team is going to be doing, and they're going to dive into the locations and sort of do what Terry and I just did for 2026 and really get after all the different things.
One thing I would say before we get into 2026 is every single virtual event and in-person event in 2026 is different. They all will. It's not the same speaker on stage all day long. It's not rinse and repeat. So when we roll these, you want to go look at what's happening at each event, because in the history of my knowing NPACE and then in my many years of working here now, 2026 is going to be the best year we've had yet for locations and even for virtuals. So Nashville in February,
And we round things into a virtual conference that's going to be taking place in March. So that's the 25th and 26th. This is going to be pediatrics is in September.
Right. It's March.
I'm blanking on that, right?
Radiology. All
Imaging.
Not just, and we're gonna teach you the basics of how to do it. So we're doing plain film X-rays, CT, and MRI in 2 days. We're smushing this all together.
Yeah. So fantastic things going on there. We then are in a new location that you had the opportunity to go to and scout out for us, right in your backyard, actually in Delray Beach, Florida, at the Opal Grand. So that's going to be a 3-day event.
In May.
All things pharmacology, big pharmacology update taking place there.
Pirate theme.
Looking forward to the pirate theme. Hey, maybe I'll dress up as a pirate.
Yeah.
So
Johnny Depp is from Delray Beach. Johnny, if you happen to watch the podcast, he'd let you join us.
And you don't even have to dress up as Jack Sparrow. So you can just come and enjoy. All right, next, back to one of our most requested locations is Cape Cod and the Seacrest in June, which is an event that I think everybody looks forward to. Really exciting development about that is that this will be the place that we do acute care in 2026. So you'll see that on the agenda. And then we roll into another virtual conference in September 23rd and 24th. That's going to be all things pediatrics and adolescent. Look at that. We're in concert at this point.
It's a jungle out there. Theme.
So looking forward to that and everything that goes along with care of those patients. And then very, very excited where we've been talking about this location for a really long time, and we're heading to Napa, California, November 2nd through the 4th at the Silverado Resort Wine Country. What more can we say? There will be obviously education. We're going to be talking about mental health and women's health here.
Yes, but from a primary percent. So don't say I don't do women's health. We're going to cover topics that everyone's saying. We're trying to really, because there's no access to specialists anymore. So you want to come.
Undoubtedly. So there'll be a focus on that at that event. One thing that we will be working on as well is to enjoy that area and hopefully be able to have pre or post opportunities to be able, obviously, you think of that area, you think of the wineries and everything going on from that perspective. So there will undoubtedly be opportunities to have some fun while we are there as well. And then we're going to wrap things up next year in December on the 9th with another partner day of webinars. So really awesome schedule for next year, some awesome locations. And we can't wait to be able to release everything. September 15th, be sure to check out the website. Registration will open and you'll be able to get in there and get registered. So opportunities coming up the rest of this year, opportunities in 2026 that will soon be available. Anything else, Terry, that we want to touch on while we're here today?
2026, but we'll let everyone talk about that. I want to go to every single conference next year, but Phoenix is going to be amazing. Orlando is going to be amazing. Our one-day December is going to be amazing. Do open your email. I know you get a lot, but be watching it in the next few weeks because important things will come. And also, those of you who are going to be with us in Nashville, our first in-person after COVID, watch your emails, and we may send you a special something, an invite, if you have been part of that event post-COVID, because we want to say thank you. We know that event got canceled because of Omicron, but lots of stuff going on. I know there's a lot out there. Follow our social media. Stuff's going to go out there. Michelle, the NP mom, two NPs in the pod.
NP June.
And NP June. Follow all of them.
And you'll get those discounts to Phoenix. As Terry mentioned, social media for NPACE. Just put NPACE into the search bar. You'll find everything for us there. NPACE.org for anything that you need continuing education wise, whether it's in person or virtual or on demand, we have you covered. Also, there's several different resources we have available with our partners and perks. And so really explore the website. You'll get a full picture of what NPACE does and all of our partners and what we have to offer. Terry, always love getting to sit down and do an episode with you. Yes.
Office.
Nothing better. We, as you've seen here, we got Ryan in the background. Big shout out to him for helping to produce the episode and get this out across all the platforms. And Wilbur the dog for a special guest appearance today. So, nothing to be embarrassed about. We love Wilby. We love all the dogs. Bring your dog to an NPACE conference. They will be the most
Love that.
popular part of the event. Excellent. All right. We thank you for tuning in to the Friends of NPACE podcast. Check out npace.org for any of your CE needs. Terry, until next time, always a pleasure.
Yep. Bye, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Take care.